What's up, guys? How are you? I'm in Kariba. I'm in Kariba, guys. I've managed to meet one of my fan here in Kariba. He's called Mr. He's going to explain to himself what his name. What's your name?
Maxton Kanema. Kariba.
That's
if
the
you want to
Facebook
follow
page.
on my page, Maxton Kanema page, you want every update or anything about Kariba.
Besides that, we want to show them sunset.
The sun is setting. Can you see
Sunset.
the beauty of Kariba? I think that's the iconic sunset in Kariba. I think that's what we have here.
Okay, so I want to understand some of the things from Kariba. I come from Mashonaland West. This is my province. But there are some things which I need to understand. And there are some things which I think people out there or my fans out there, they want to know about it. Kariba Dam, one of the biggest dam. Can we say, is it one of the biggest dam in Africa or is what?
Apparently, it's the largest by volume.
By volume.
It's the largest in the world. Man-made lakes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So Lake Kariba, maybe to begin, we begin from the beginning. Now, I think people might want to know, 1953 to 1963,
yes,
we had Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Malawi coming together to form what was known as the Federation of Rhodesia and Nyasaland. Okay. Now, this federal government, which was administered by the British, made several projects in the federal state. Some of them include...
Okay, right, projects.
Projects.
So, Federation, younger in a president, why?
Younger in Parliament, in the federal parliament.
Okay.
So
okay.
The federal parliament came up with some projects, but you'd find that the largest number of Mawites was in southern Rhodesia, which is now Zimbabwe. So most of the decisions that the federal government made benefited Zimbabwe. More than Zambia and Malawi. Yes. This is also why 1963, when the federation collapsed, Malawi got its independence without fighting. Zambia got its independence without fighting. They all got their independence in 1964.
Zimbabwe
they said, no, this one we are not letting go. So they remained with Zimbabwe because they had invested
a lot
so much
in Zimbabwe.
One of the projects was the University of Rhodesia and Nyasaland, which is now the University of Zimbabwe.
No. Let's not talk about the Rhodesia of Nyasaland. Let's talk about the Kariba Dam.
Now,
so this Kariba Dam, it covers... This is Zambezi River.
The Zambezi River, the fourth longest in Africa.
Okay, where is it coming from?
The source of the Zambezi River is north of Zambia in what is known as Mwinilungu Hills. It's north of Zambia. It moves northwards towards Angola. From Angola, it comes back again into Zambia. Then towards Namibia, into what we now know as the Caprivi Strip, where we have... the four countries joining together. It comes to the Vic Falls.
Is that not Kazungula?
The Kazungula area,
okay.
Yes. And then it comes to Vic Falls. From the falls, the rapids lead into Lake Kariba.
Right. That's the other question. The next question I want to understand, people who want to understand is, before this dam was created, was there a river?
There was the Zambezi River.
Okay.
So the 5,500 and something square kilometers that are now covered by the lake were just hills and valleys.
Hills and valleys.
This is why if you look around, we still have some islands which have remained.
Let me show you. There are some islands, guys.
The islands are hilltops.
The islands, guys.
Submerged. Yes, you see those islands?
There's some islands there.
Yes.
It's not a mountain, guys. It's an island.
It's an island.
Okay.
Yes. So the islands were actually hilltops that could not be submerged when the water levels were rising. So what they simply did is they went on the gorge where we have the dam wall. Yes. They built a wall and water started building backwards.
Oh, because the guys not go
expand. Exactly.
So by so doing that, expand. I not affect Zimbabwe
you'd recall
and the like.
When this happened, we had people who were staying there. Most of them were the Tongas. People. And we had almost 58,000 or thereabout of the Tonga people
50,000.
More than 50,000 on both sides of the Zambezi.
Okay.
So these guys,
they were living the other side
on the Zambian side. Remember, it was just a river, like what you do at Nyamakate, Save and other rivers. So when they were resettled, those on the Zambian side had to be pushed further inland. Those on the Zimbabwean side had to be pushed further inland. But you know,
I think that's why this thinking and do you know there's a place called Machipisa and Harare? There's machipisa also in Zambia.
You see now. So maybe that connection is because of the... the people were resettled on either side on higher ground, but naturally, Tranwatema, they resisted. Remember, they are ancestral bearing grounds, Magavi Gwavadzimu and stuff. So in most cases, it was resisted. But because a project had to proceed, they had to be forced to be resettled on higher ground.
Okay. Yeah. So, talking about this Kariba dam, Zambezi, I know as Zimbabweans, we are benefiting from this dam and this river. What other things are we benefiting besides electricity?
Now I will tell you, the core reason why the lake was constructed was for power generation.
Okay.
Remember copper, they wanted to mine in Zambia, and then they have industries in Zimbabwe, Bulawayo and Gweru, were the hubs of heavy industries. But today...
they wanted the power to use for copper mining
and heavy industries.
In Bulawayo and Harare.
Exactly.
Oh.
So here today, besides the power generation, the largest crocodile farm in the world, which is Padenga Holdings, is actually on the shores of Lake Kariba. And they are using water from the lake to look after the crocodiles. Padenga controls about 85% of the world market for crocodile skins.
Wow.
We have the largest freshwater fish farm south of the Sahara, Lake Harvest, which is also in the lake. Now, if you look across, we can turn the camera.
Okay.
There is an island that is close by. Beyond the island, can you see the hazy hills? That's Matsadona National Park. And those are Matsadona.
I can't zoom.
Okay, that's still fine. I think they can still see. That's Matsadona range of mountains. Matsadona National Park. That's just across there. So Matsadona has got the highest lion density in the world. So for those that want to see lions at a closer range, Matsadona is the place to visit.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So then the lake.
So you didn't finish about the benefits.
Yes, I'm still talking about the benefits.
I'm seeing some guys here. There's some guys here, guys, who are doing carpenter
fishing.
These guys.
So
you can see there's some boats there.
When the lake was.
And this one again.
That's fish. So fishing is a key economic activity. Remember, actually, it's sustaining families here ahead of many other activities. Carpenter is a key one. Carpenter, they fish at night. And carpenter was not native to the Zambezi. It was actually introduced from Lake Tanganyika, for those that might want to know. It was an experiment that they carried out to introduce carpenter into the lake. It was funded by the Food and Agricultural Organization, FAO. They gave it to the government of Zimbabwe and Zambia to...
So, Matemba?
What? Yes, exactly.
But and initially,
Mangamu story na Yes, and also another important issue done. Can you see the green weed that we have here? It was also not native to Africa. This came from South America, Brazil, thereabout. These weeds. You know, water hyacinth. Water hyacinth is amongst my plants a single iwe because they are considered dangerous. You see what it has done to Lake Chiwero? Especially Lake Chiwero, carpet. So fish is chifa. So water hyacinth is not very good, but here, because this is fresh water, it doesn't thrive. Says Arneta ku Lake Chiwero. Hence we are able to manage. Remember, it's very hot here. So
it's not hazardous.
No, it's not. Here it's manageable, and it's not much of a problem.
Wow. How long is this dam?
Now I want to give you a picture. You drove to Kariba today. The distance that you drove from Chinhoyi to Kariba is more or less the same distance that the length of the lake is 281 kilometers. So it's more or less the distance that you drove from Chinhoyi to Kariba. That's towards Vic Falls.
Wow.
Now the widest point of the lake is 32 kilometers.
Okay.
The widest point.
32 kilometers.
32 kilometers. That's the widest point. Then the deepest part.
That's Kwazana to Norton.
Exactly. The deepest part is 120 meters. That is the confluence. The deepest. 120 meters
deep.
Ndopanobatana Sanyat River. If you are driving along the Harare-Bulawayo Road, munoicross achinzi Munyati. Inozonosvika kuno kuya Sanyat River.
Okay.
Painobatana ne the original Zambezi. That's the deepest point in the lake. It's 120 meters. But the average for the whole lake is 20 meters.
20 meters deep.
Yeah.
Saka pana nyodzika stereka.
20 meters unonyura ka 5.
So we talked about fish, we talked about the crocodiles. I'm seeing some boat marumvura rabata matemba and the like.
We also
And
have
the,
my
and the
houseboat.
view is good.
It's beautiful.
But how is it we don't have mashak and chi? That did we try them?
Yeah.